Alrighty. Okay. An air rocket is launched from the ground straight up, and on the way down, it strikes a light tower that is 23 meters tall with a downward velocity of 11 meters per second. Okay, so let's draw a picture of this. I've got to have a picture. Here's the ground. Here's this light tower. Got to draw a good light tower. So the rocket goes up, probably above this thing, right? Because it's going 11 meters per second when it strikes the light tower. Okay, so notice it's a downward velocity of 11, right? So our final velocity is going to be minus 11 meters per second because it's going to be, this rocket's going to be going. It's going to be going down. Okay. Okay, so we put the minus sign on there because that makes it down. Okay. And then the acceleration is negative 9.8. And then our displacement here, the net change in position, remember that's what this means. So it's weird. The distance is more, but the net change in position is 23 meters. Right? It ends up being 23 meters higher than it was. Meters, just meters. Not meters per second. All right. Okay, so what was its initial upward velocity? So, that's interesting. So I guess we use the formula that has no t, and that's this guy. Vi squared plus 2ax, and so our final velocity is negative 11. Square that, and that equals Vi squared plus 2 times negative 9.8 times 23. All right, so let's do the math here now. Negative 11 squared is 121, and if your calculator says it's negative 121, it's having problems. I'm just going to say, okay. So even if it tells you it's negative 121, that's not correct. Okay, so 2 times 9, negative 9.8 times 23 is negative 450.8. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 450.8 to both sides. Okay, so 121. Minus a negative 450, which is plus, right, is 571.8. So 571.8 is the initial velocity squared. So therefore, the absolute value of the initial velocity, because remember, we will never know if the initial velocity was negative. Actually, we do know it was positive, right? But mathematically speaking, right? So I'm going to take the square root of this. So I'm going to go second square root, second answer. I get 23.912 meters per second. Okay, so this is positive 23.9 meters per second. You don't have to say positive. Positive is implied. There you go. So just keep in mind that 23 meters, we don't have to figure this out to the top and then from the top down. We can actually just go from here to here. This works. We can do it with these equations because these equations are clever. They've got things like squareds in them and stuff like that. So they can go up and down.